Adele on Ask the Answer. This time, again, bringing it back is the lovely Sherry, who we've just had a nightmare trying to get online. Not her, but me. Oh
Well,
dear. So yeah, hopefully you can shed some light on why we're having such a horrific time with technology at the moment. Because for people that are listening, I've just taken about half an hour trying to get myself logged in on my computer. Then I've tried logging in on my phone. Then I've now had to scrap Wi-Fi because that doesn't work. I've had to move all around my garage to try and find an area where I can connect to Sherry. And I've got myself logged in. So we are here and we are now raring to go. Sherry, over to you.
yay. Thank you for having me back, Adele. So lovely to see and connect with you. I feel like this is it's a powerful day today. It is the portal 4-4. So with the planets in retrograde, these things are pretty normal. And because we didn't panic, we were patient. We
Yeah.
tried other solutions. We make it through these little, minor delays where, if you take someone else who just, oh, I've got a meeting, or I don't have time for this, depending on the self mastery of their emotions, level of patience, they would probably lose it and just give up. But we made it.
Perseverance.
Yeah. So yeah, again, this is a powerful portal today, 4-4, on the clock. I mean,
Mhm.
on the calendar, and with the Aries season, I'm just gonna go right into it. I feel like everyone's feeling this push to move forward, but can't just quite yet. Is that what you're sensing too, Adele?
Oh my gosh. So obviously lots has changed since I last spoke to you. So I was saying I was juggling so many plates. I don't know what to do. I'm working about 3 or 4 different jobs. Well, it came to a point where I just thought, you know what? And the moment came, I had a few signs, and I handed my notice in on the other job. And it took a long time for me to come to that point and that decision. But when I did, I felt the weight lifted off my shoulder. And it was just like, that was such the right thing to do. And since then, been like, oh, it's so nice. I've got a couple of weeks left, but already I'm feeling that freedom and that like sense of I've done the right thing. I can now put all my energy into that other job and yeah, other bits and bobs. So yeah, I'm happy.
Congratulations, you're in alignment.
Yeah.
You if you wouldn't have been able to make that decision, unless you confronted your higher self, and your future self already showed you that it's not here anymore. You felt the
Yeah.
symptoms in the 3D body, right?
Yeah.
um so again, that brings me back to this powerful day today. It's a great day to manifest things, to take all this energy you've been taking in within you, such like, for example, with this new way, you gave yourself permission to find, to find another way. And
Hmm.
look what you said it took a load. So you actually entered and sped up your timeline. You jumped a new timeline, and it's
Yeah.
gonna feel awkward. These frustrations are little tests, like, oh God, did I do the right thing? Am I meant? It's gonna question you, because we're all going through this right now. With the
Hmm.
4, the number 4 is powerful because it's a quadrant, right? A
Hmm.
quadrant is the foundation. So, the past couple of months, especially today, using this portal, right, to really look at your foundation, to really reassess and refunnel, where am I putting my time, my energy, my love? What are my priorities? Because those things are coming to the forefront more and more as you stepped into this new cycle. Is that
Hmm.
something you're recognizing too for
Yeah, no,
yourself?
yeah, absolutely. I said it took a long decision to come to, it took a long time to come to the decision. And I thought, am I doing it too soon in a Mercury retrograde? But the moment just felt right. And I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it because I know something needs to change, something needs to shift. And why not now? And I just thought, I'm going to make that decision. And obviously, I've still got a few more weeks left. So I'm still there at the moment. That cycle doesn't come to an end for another like 3 weeks, which will then hopefully I'll be at Mercury retrograde and I've done the right thing.
Well, it's perfect timing. We'll be the planets will be direct by then. So yeah,
Mm.
you taking these practical and inspired steps are, put you into harmony with where you need to go next. And I think that's great, because you're leading by example with your husband, when you shared with me the other time that, yeah,
Yes.
we're kind of both going through this. And I want to say that this is a portal of authenticity, of us really like figuring out where we're distributing our energies and like refunneling it. Where are we going to put it? Like, what have I been prioritizing, what and not prioritizing? Like, today is a great day to journal, because
Mm-hmm.
when you journal, what happens is you're actualizing it. Words have frequency, and you're tuning in to you're tuning into that frequency, and you're creating that reality. So everything in your reality that's happening to you now, you spoke into existence
Mm-hmm.
or thought into existence, right? So that's why
Yeah.
journaling with meditation is really important, because it's going to allow you to kind of organically dismantle these foundations that we once created for ourselves, and we've fulfilled. It's like kind of look at this day, moving forward, especially today, as an organic way to look at our foundation and create a new one. So you're going to have new priorities, you're going to have a new routine.
Mm.
And it's personally happening to me in my life, Adele, where some things have slowed down in
Yeah.
some of my other projects that I work on, other online work. And I'm getting frustrated, and I'm like, I have felt so comfortable here. I'm not making the same amount of money. What's happening? So that's a redirection. These are detours, right? These are detours
Mm.
that I feel the universe guides us to step back and reassess and commune with our higher self. And that takes what?
Mm.
Slowing down a bit. That's the only way the
Yeah.
divine can get our attention, right? So, I'm
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
within, and today really, getting off of autopilot. That's what today is about for me. I'm gonna like really like reread what I wrote in my journal. I really recommend you try this today at some point, even if it's 5-10 minutes. Like, write what's falling away in your life on one column, and the next, like, what is rising within me, because
Mm-hmm.
today is an alchemical date, and we can utilize this if you're tuned in,
Mm-hmm. So
utilize the energy.
did you mention we're in the Aries energy? Is that what we're in at the moment?
Yeah, we're in Aries season now, and I'm an Aries, and
Mm.
and I definitely felt I could feel the energy. But like I said, it feels like I want to move forward. Like, there's these ideas, and what's happening is my old foundations and belief systems around money, I notice, are being questioned and challenged. Right? Like, I'm kind of tight the past 3 months, but like I shifted. I said, I'm money is obsessed with me. My pants are filling with money. I started doing lots of money affirmations and changing my mindset around money. And all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden, these new opportunities came for me to make and create money in a creative way. Like, somebody asked me to help with the dog, and they'll pay me, what they would pay the vet. I mean, the doggy
The
hotels,
walker.
right? And then,
Yeah. Yeah.
just this morning, I got an opportunity with my landlady saying, I've got some work around the house. I'm happy to pay you 200 an hour, and I'm just like, oh,
Nice.
this is amazing. Right. So right
Yeah.
when you think like that's the only way, just know this is a reminder today through this podcast that trust that the universe is taking care of all our needs, and takes care of each and every one of us, just like those trees, those plants, those birds outside, right? What's running the life
Mm-hmm.
force in them is running us. And do they worry? No,
No.
no. So the more worry is really a negative frequency and energy to put in, like when I say, when my mom, I mean, I'm not a mother, you are a mother. When she's like, oh, I'm worried about you. I'm like, well, I send that right back to you, because I'm not
Mm-hmm.
worried about me. I'm manifesting. Right.
Yeah.
And that's just where she's at. I accept her wholeheartedly where she's at. And I'm, a lot of older people find it sometimes hard, and with my mom, for example, to change her belief systems, and that's
Yeah.
okay. I forgive
Mm-hmm.
myself, and I forgive her, but I send it right back. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, for example, with your children, right? You don't want to say, try to get that word worry out of the vocabulary,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Does.
just it just has such a negative connotation, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
you're projecting your fears when,
Yeah. Of course.
at my nephews, today, like, caught me on one of my sentences, and he was like, "Oh, that's so negative," and I had to reword it. I'm like, thank you for that. Thank you for that observation. I grew up in a household like that. Like, oh, don't forget to put your seatbelt because you might get into a car accident. Like all
Yeah.
the negatives.
Yeah,
Oh, don't
yeah.
forget, make sure you hold your bag next to you because somebody might rob you. Or don't forget to wear a mask when you're cleaning because, it's just
Yeah,
everything is
yeah.
so.
And that's why it's always really important to surround yourself with really positive people that lift you and bring you up and don't bring you down or have their, that sort of way where they can, I don't know, drain you.
Yeah.
Drain you with
And
the negativity. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I've always been an inquisitive child. Even I always believe that in the possible can become possible, and that's where where someone is open minded and closed minded. And my mom knows it. She listened to all the rules and followed all the rules. I never did, and if I
Mm-hmm.
did, I went stagnant.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I somehow found my way out of it. Like I ended up leaving. Oh, I think. Oh, there you are. Yeah.
Can you hear me
So
okay?
yeah. So I think like even these most convincing limitations are no match for spirit. You know,
Hello.
I can hear you. I can hear you. You're good. Okay, I can hear you. There you go.